to say this, but the things that hurt me the most in my life, I'm actually so thankful for, because if it wasn't for that experience, I would have never found this world of spirituality and law of attraction. I mean, the more I grow spiritually, the better my life becomes. I've been able to manifest so many of my dreams, like moving from Maryland to San Diego, my dream city, to attracting jobs, relationships, money, adventures. It's amazing what you can bring into your life once you start connecting with your soul and the higher power. But my life wasn't always like this, and I wanted to share my transformation, my own personal story of what sparked this journey, and just share my story of what I went through, because I'm sure some of you or many of you actually have experienced this too. And what sparked my transformation is having to break up with someone you love. Breaking up with someone you love sucks. And I didn't just experience this one time or 2 times, but 3 times. This could get awkward because there's a chance one of my exes will stumble on this video, especially with social media nowadays. But if any of you are watching this, I just want to say thank you, because without that, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. I had 3 boyfriends. My first boyfriend was when I was a freshman in high school. I would consider this like puppy love, you know, when you're in high school and you have your first boyfriend. But I broke up with him because I heard he cheated on me. He claimed that he didn't cheat on me, but that created trust issues, and I just couldn't be with him anymore. I couldn't understand how someone that said that they loved you could hurt you like that. So this relationship didn't necessarily help me grow spiritually, but it really impacted how I would act in my future relationships. I would grow this wall around me because I just didn't want to get hurt again. The summer I graduated high school, I met my second boyfriend, and I met him at a party, and I was so excited to be in love again. I mean, we had so much fun. It was such an amazing relationship in the beginning, and for the first time in my life, I felt real love. You know, not just puppy love, but the love that made you think, is this gonna be my husband one day? You know, what girls think. Even though we had so much fun together and I had so much love for him, I subconsciously brought the baggage, that fear of being hurt and cheated on from my first relationship into the second relationship. And I did things in order to protect myself. I would do things like, if we got into a fight, like a little fight, I would break up with him first. I would do things like see if he actually cared. So I would try and like provoke these things out of him. If I went out with my friends, I would ignore his phone calls to see if he would get upset. And obviously your boyfriend would get upset if you're ignoring them. But in my head, I was like, he needs to pass these tests, because one, if I don't get a reaction out of him, then it means that he doesn't care. And 2, if I do get a reaction out of him, then obviously he loves me. But that is so stupid, because what I was doing is I was just not considering his emotions, and I was creating this unhealthy relationship to the point where we were just fighting all the time. And after 2 years of being together, we broke up. And I didn't really want to end the relationship, but at the same time, I knew, like deep down inside, my soul knew that this relationship was over, and I needed to move on. But it was really scary because I had 2 options. I had one option, I could stay in the relationship and just like hope it was gonna get better, Or two, I could trust my intuition and move on, even though it meant I was going to be alone. So I chose the second option, and that's really what sparked this spiritual transformation in me. My soul was just so sad. I wasn't happy in the relationship, but I wasn't happy not being in the relationship either. So I just couldn't understand what was going on. And on top of that, everything else was like going to shit. I was in college and I was failing my classes. I was eating bad and having low energy and not getting enough sleep and just like partying way too much to numb the pain. And I just like felt like I went on a downward spiral. So I turned to the universe. I turned to God. I turned to divine spirit, whatever you call it. And I asked for help to help me understand like why I was going through this. The great thing about the universe is when you ask for help, it's always there to help you. It will always have your back. And I hadn't prayed for a long time, but I started to pray to God to, help give me strength to get back to myself. And the universe led me to read books about self-development and law of attraction and spirituality. And I was watching videos by Gabby Bernstein and like Deepak Chopra and Wayne Dyer. And I was just immersing myself in this new world about how your external reality is a reflection of your inner reality. So if you want to change your circumstances, you have to change who you are first. And a little secret is once you start working on yourself, things just magically start to fall into place, start to improve without you even trying. I mean, I was going out with my friends, having a great time, like building healthy relationships with my brothers and my sisters and my friends, and really loving the relationships that were already in my life. And life started to feel amazing again. I learned this crazy concept that you create your own reality. So I wanted to test it out. And I started to write a list of qualities and things I wanted to attract in my next boyfriend. Be careful what you wish for, ladies, because I ended up getting just that. I ended up attracting a relationship out of nowhere. He was smart, he was funny, he was attractive, he was ambitious, he was geeking out on things like personal development and reading books like me too. So we really, really had this like mental and like spiritual connection. And I thought, okay, maybe this guy's gonna be the one. Maybe he's gonna be my husband. I'm sure you can already figure out what happens next. You guessed it. We didn't last. We broke up. Why? Why am I going through this breakup again? Why do I have to go get over and we even lived together at one point. So this was even harder to get over. But I will say I am so thankful that I met him because he really pushed me to go after my dreams and really believe in myself again. So I will always be thankful for that. What that relationship also taught me was to be open to love again. No matter how much I truly loved him, I was so scared to let him know. I was so hurt from my other relationships that I didn't realize how closed off I was being. I just did not have this level of openness and vulnerability with him. I mean, I don't even think he saw me cry. We were together for almost a year. I was so scared to fully let someone in my heart. And in the end, it grew us apart. I think the universe, I know the universe was giving me a message to focus on myself, but I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to just focus on myself, because once you get the taste of being in love, you just want that feeling all the time. But I got the message loud and clear. And I started to focus on myself, and the universe was trying to tell me, you can be in love. You can have those feelings of being in love, and you don't need someone to give you that, because you can love yourself. And to be in a true relationship, you need to have that strong foundation of self-love before you can get in a relationship and love someone else. After my third breakup, I was like, that's it. I'm just gonna focus all on myself, and I'm gonna be so selfish with this time. And I started to take massive action. I started to accomplish so many of my dreams. What I did is, I hired a coach to help me heal through these breakups and understand why I was so closed off to love. I hired coaches to help me grow my spirituality and strengthen this understanding of law of attraction and how to use that to attract more positive things in my life. And I hired a coach to start my own coaching business. 3 years later, I have accomplished so many things that I'm proud of. I've been able to grow my income by 30% year after year. I was able to start a business, a girl that had no idea how to start a business, and do that as well. And I moved from Maryland to California, a dream of mine that I always had ever since I was a little girl. And now I'm living in my dream city, San Diego. I think the biggest accomplishment, though, that I've made in these last 3 years is, for once, I can truly say I love myself. And I have to thank my exes for that. Without going through these breakups, I would have never discovered my passion for helping others manifest their dreams and grow their spirituality, and most importantly, build that strong foundation of self-love. Now I don't see relationships as being a good thing or a bad thing. I see them as an opportunity to help you learn something about yourself and help you grow as a person. I mean, it's just crazy what spirituality gives you. I've been able to handle situations I thought I would never be able to handle in my life. Just this past weekend, I went to Tony Robbins' conference. Shout out to Tony Robbins, I love him. But I went there and spent the weekend with my ex and his new girlfriend. Yeah, this is some spiritual accomplishment, because never in a million years would I want to A, hang out with my ex, and 2, would definitely not want to hang out with my ex if his girlfriend was there. But that's the power of spirituality, and I was able to do that because I'm truly happy for him, and his girlfriend's freaking awesome. And when you have that level of understanding of what the purpose these people serve in your life, you're able to keep healthy relationships, and you're able to learn from these events that hurt you, and you're able to move on and become a better you. This is why I am so passionate about helping people and helping people grow their spirituality, because no matter what happens to you, you can choose to be happy. You can choose to take control of your situation, of your reality. I hope this resonates with you, and if you know someone that's going through a breakup or is having a tough time, please share this video with them. The best thing I can say is, if you're going through a breakup right now, to take time and date yourself. Take yourself out on dates. Love yourself. Spoil yourself with compliments. Get to know what your soul wants. Because when you're truly in alignment with who you're meant to be, then things will magically start to fall into place.